Howdy, I believe I'm live. So US session. So far I am down about 40 euros, 45 euros, because I've got another trade that needs added to this book. So my trade doing CPI didn't work, but I'm kind of glad I got stopped out because it really did go much further than my point. So sometimes it's good to lose. I'm happy I lost. It's better than losing more because you didn't move your stop loss. So it's fine. I was just wrong. So I'm not going to be trading FTSE. It's just DOW and NASDQ. My plan for today is pretty simple, really. I'm just going to wait for the first 50-minute candle and then look at the break of that candle, especially for NASDQ, because it's a pretty trending market right now, and I've had a lot of success with this in the past. The only issue is it can mean having a very high stop loss. I'm basically banking on a big push to all-time highs in the Dow and NASDAQ. That's essentially what I'm banking on happening, but we will see. But if it goes down, I'm also happy to go short. Trading size, going 0.75 euros a point on NASDAQ, so going pretty low, and probably 45 point stop loss. And Dow, I'm at the very minimum for TD365. So I'm playing with a really baby account, very small account, therefore, and I'm CFD, which is 200 leverage. It's very high leverage, so I just need to do very small amounts. But even at 0.5 euros a point, if I catch a big move, I can make 150, 200 euros in that. And that's like an increase of 20% of my account. So yeah, that's where account stands. So I start the day 1,124 euros, and I'm down, yeah, like 40 euros. So. But no revenge trading, no. Yeah, just the whole point of doing live trading is it just helps me to become more calm. The idea that someone might be watching you actually helps, like gives you a little bit more thoughtfulness, and I think it's just a really good sort of mental health practice actually. So this is the main reason I wanted to do this. It's extremely tempting to get in now, but I think it's just the first 2 minutes. Like, let's just see what I imagine can happen. Is the range will go to here, and then it can whip right back down. So it's very easy to just make emotional trades based on momentum, but I don't want to be doing that for obvious reasons. And I had a very good day yesterday with this method. I remember I went long here, I added, and then I held on until here and I sold. And I went long again here, and the same thing. It worked very well. But every day is different in the stock market. It's something like a 50-50 variance between moves, i.e., like on a daily basis, it can be short or long. It's totally random. So what happened yesterday doesn't affect today. Today is just a new day from a day trading perspective. That's psychology, at least. And anything can happen. Like, we could see CPI get reverted and then straight down into short, or we could see CPI get reverted and we go to new highs. I mean, I don't think NASDAQ is going to hit new highs today, but Dow definitely can. What's going on here? NASDAQ new highs is, yeah, it's have to have like a 300 point rise, which I don't think is going to happen. I mean, more than 300 points. Yeah, it's not happening. Especially based on pretty poor economic data. Dow, much more likely. It's just hard to see Dow not hitting new highs because it's so close. It's just like there's gonna be a magnet of liquidity around here, and the bulls are in a massively strong position. So the idea that we're not going to hit new highs in the Dow is like, it seems crazy. But again, this is pure assumption. We don't actually know. Because it's just a bias, and that's the whole problem. As soon as you have a bias, it just makes you stupid because you stop paying attention to what's actually happening. So yeah, I don't think Tom is streaming today. Yeah, so I don't know what happened to him, but I hope he's okay. And yeah. Though if my hypothesis is right, now is a wonderful time to buy. Right at this resistance level. And it's obviously China stimulus is probably the biggest reason for this push. Do I just swing the bat? Buy? The other hypothesis is we could see a full reversion of yesterday. You get these U-shaped curves all the freaking time. Look at an hour chart. Here, 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 here. It's like absolute clockwork. So this idea that it was going to go up in a straight like this all the time is just nonsense. Now, is this harmonic? Not really. This is a full reversal. This is a basically full reversal. Full reversal. This is a big move, though. This is an especially big move in the current context in the market. Yeah. I think another good thing about live streaming is it gets you to think about the other side of the coin a bit more. I think when you're on your own, you're victim to your own ideas and you let them run around. While if you actually be having a cross check, like what I'm trying to do here, then you're more willing to question that. So yeah, so Dow has broke through here, but again, I'm just gonna try my best to be disciplined. Oof, look at that in the DAX. That's insane. That's a big move in the DAX. Big move, like 60 points already. Goodness me. NASDQ isn't buying it so much. FTSE also crashing down. We just don't know if it's like a rug pull, basically. Same thing happened yesterday. Look at this. Market crashed, then boom, plus 500 points from that. 500 points. It was just all market makers bringing it down to double bottom and then smashing up the price afterwards. I'm going to swing the bat. I'm going to do it. My stop loss is basically right at the end of this range, so it'd be hilarious if I get stopped out in like a minute. It's and probably what I deserve for breaking, but kind of not exactly following my plan. But I think I've talked myself into this now. That's better to people to view. Swung the bat. Move stop loss to here. NASDQ. Dow's been a lot more resilient than the other markets. Like it really didn't drop as much as any of the others, which is kind of like it really didn't react to CPI, relatively speaking, as the other indices, which is quite interesting. But it looks like I'm going to get stopped out. I was right for a little bit, but it's okay. I swung the bat. Let's just wait. It'd be interesting if it only just took my stop loss and then rockets up for, I don't know, 300 points, but we'll see. Got 2 minutes of the first 15-minute candle. FTSE's very bearish now. Let's have it in night mode. I think it's a bit easier on the eyes. So yeah, I'm gonna let this finish, but I may end up being short Dow in a moment. But the thing is, NASDAQ is just gonna 20202. Four two three 42. Two oh 147. These are some tiny trading, like doji bars and everything. I'm just thinking where I'd go long on a Dow, because I really don't want to go long at a double top. Plus it would have to be a massive stop loss. It's a Fibonacci retracement. So I reckon if we go here, I'd be a buyer. It's a 42451. And this might be an interesting point to note down. How do I write on this? It's funny when it's like I can see why people believe in Fibonacci for trading. Like it just seems beyond the coincidence that this is exactly where it reversed, but just don't know. Oh wow, and we are short the NASDAQ. Okay. Wow, what a drop that is. Goodness me. Well, I'm going to go break even, or I'm going to reduce stop loss straight away because that's a massive move. That's incredible, honestly, the NASDAQ. It's nearly gone back to yesterday's start. I mean, let's just ignore the FTSE and that. I'm not trading them, so there's no point. Yeah. I mean, this is why they want to add, because there's just so much buying of these red candles, and then these resistance lines are very strong. So I'm going to get stopped out of NASDAQ. But it's a very small loss. It's like, it's fine. It's okay. I mean, if you're going to short the Dow, a 50% retracement isn't a terrible place. I'm about to go long, that's a problem. I'm going to close this order. Okay, I'm stopped out on NASDAQ, €10. Being a buyer down here would be pretty cool, but hindsight trading, eh? ICT style. I predicted every single tick will move here with my special technique that I definitely didn't steal from someone else and that doesn't actually work. I'm going to short down. I think this is a fake out. The stop loss needs to be quite high, which is a bit frustrating. It can't be here, it needs to be a bit higher. Probably above this range. See if I'm stupid, but it's not. I think everyone's thinking we're going to have new highs today, and I've just got a feeling the market makers are going to abuse that. They're just going to take all the retail traders' money. But this is the story in my head. We'll see what actually happens. I just see this and it looks like bullshit to me. It just looks like bullshit. So let's see if I'm right. What's the gap? Gap is here. So it literally got to the gap. Close the gap. From yesterday's trading session. I'm glad for the NASDQ I pulled my stop loss in when I did. Now, at a point in NASDQ where it is looking like a buy signal. This is extremely choppy price action. Like, look at these tails. They're very big. I remember many times where you basically get this trading range of huge tails for 1 or 2 hours, and then suddenly, bang, price just absolutely accelerates 200-300 points, because it's just a huge debate between the bulls and the bears of which way the market's going. So it's just very, very dangerous trading right now. I don't know if I'm loud enough on the speakers, but I guess I'll get to learn in the replay. Do I add to my position? It's one hell of a move. Is there news coming out? No, the news is already out. It's PPI tomorrow, but yeah, I should move to break even, or I think move to top of the range. It's totally stupid to allow this to turn into a big loss now. You're like 60 points in profit. I mean, let's face it, if it goes to here, it's going to get new highs today, so let's just go break even. It's kind of strange because NASDQ has gone a lot lower than DOW. So the Dow's just been a lot more resilient. Wow. While we're waiting for this, just download trades. See everything since I made this account, so it's all there. It's all real money and real trades. Price action. That's not true. The trade on the DOW was a little bit, well, it was at a point of, I was swinging about with that one, so yeah, okay. Hardest thing in trading is being patient. Super hard. Just gonna play some chill music. I can really recommend Martin. He's does hand pan music. It's so chill. It's really, really good. I'll put it here. You can see. I'm going to switch to my premium account, so I'll have to listen to adverts. I'm not going to lose my head. I'm going to take it easy. look at the Fibonacci retracements on so in this case, they're just not, these levels aren't super relevant. Like, you don't see any obvious pattern here. Other than the 50% mark, which isn't Fibonacci at all. It's just common sense. So yeah. And that's me out of the DOW. I think today's the sort of day where you could lose loads and loads of money trying to thinking it's going to be like a trend day like yesterday, buying when it breaks here and then selling when it gets here, and we can end up in a real mess. Especially with such big ATR, there's a lot of volume, a lot of moves happening. I can look at ATR. Yeah, it's really high. Have a little look at the Russell and S&P. S&P's was at all-time highs, so it's probably worth considering where that's at as well. Yeah. I need to follow my rules and buy, but I really missed the move here a bit. I'm gonna go long. It's a little bit later than I like, but it's okay. Because we've just seen the breakout of this range and breakout of this bar, and it's just like, okay. I'll buy the breakout of this as well. What I will say is, if I'm wrong in this trade, I'm done for the day. I think there's just too much chance of it being a range bound or a lot of fuckery, dare I say. And I don't want to end up having a huge losing day and wiping out all yesterday's wins just because I couldn't take a loss. So I have to kind of accept that now. Stop losses here. 42504. We're basically just going to hang on the belief that there can be a new all-time high for DOW. Couldn't buy just then, isn't it? I'm closing it here. I'm getting a bit spooked by DOW. So took a tiny loss, €5 loss. Something I very rarely do, but just sometimes if you've just got a bad feeling, then it's like am I in a trap here? So yeah, gonna wait. I'll be a buyer or maybe up here. I just want to see this play itself through. It's better to be out wishing you were in than in wishing you were out. Always. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to be trading anytime soon. I just think it's too risky. I think there's no good price action really to base these trades on. We're in a trading range in the DOW, which is in a very big trading range of that, which is extremely risky. And then with the NASDQ, this price over here, but it is a break. This would be a buy signal, and I did buy, but I'm just spooked by the DOW. I just think it's acting a bit strange. So better safe than sorry. If there's anyone watching, I can actually show you some cool things, so, but maybe not. But yeah. If anyone does tune in and watch, I can show you some algo trading stuff. Because I'm not sure I'm providing it much entertainment or value as we speak. I mean, it should have really been long at 2,200, but I just wasn't paying attention. It's more focused on my DOW position, which ended up being nothing, just got stopped out. I know a lot of traders who just don't trade on news days. They just don't trade, just take the whole day off. Because the price action just doesn't mean as much. Because there's a lot more volume related to speculation or fundamentals. So there's a lot more games going on. A lot more hedge funds just scalping people out, basically. Like, I'm glad I'm not in this now. It looks like just taking like an 8-point loss or whatever was maybe the right choice, because I would have been down a lot more. So I would have been in profit today had I taken both my FTSE trades off at the same time. It would have been a very big trade in terms of points, but I closed only half, which basically saved my graces. I mean, I had at least one good trade today, but yeah. just need to be patient. Nothing more to it. I mean, these are the Fibonacci numbers on the retracement. 38, 50, 33 or whatever it is, 34. Or 38 again, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, if you're going to buy at this break, here is your chance, man. Here is your chance on the NASDAQ. Swing the bat. Look at that. Wow. Just shows you being careful sometimes pays off. Doesn't always just run away from you. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely not. It's just stupid to buy or sell right now. We're in a trading range inside of the CPI. Like, what could happen is we have a very, very slow increase to where it gets like over here, and then we break through, and then it kind of reverts back. I've seen it a lot of times, but no one knows. This is a problem. Like, no one knows where the price is going. It's always a gamble. It's just a case of, have you got a slight edge? Is there a good reason why this would be a good place to buy or sell? There's probably good options on the 1 minute chart to look at here. Right. All right, last swing of the bat. Just based on the 1 minute chart, it kind of looks like sort of place entry level for harmonic retracement, but yeah. Okay, I swear down. If it gets stopped out here, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. Just walk away. There's always money to be made in the market, absolutely, but just sometimes if you're not reading it very well, you just have to be like, okay, I'm out. And I'm going to get rid of a sell order in DOW. I'm just going to leave the DOW because it's just too range bound. So I think it's just going to keep on confusing me. So let's just stick to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ I have way more experience with. And I got an entry point I'm actually quite happy with. It's the one I wanted earlier, but I was too late to join it. So yeah. So there's price action behind this, but at least that's what I'm telling myself. The break of this 15-minute bar, and it's got this as a line of support. Yeah, so DOW does not agree with me at all. But we'll see. From my experience, normally NASDQ moves first if it's going to be a trend, no momentum. And then DOW normally picks up a bit later. But then could be a lot more explosive. It's broke above this line twice now on the 50-minute chart. Cool. All right, that's basically me done. This is a case of how I manage this and if I win or lose. And I've got the add-ons pre-placed. Sometimes I just like to add in the order before where I'm going to add to the position because it takes thinking out of the process. It takes emotions out of it. And if I add, I then reduce the stop loss at the entry point. So I am increasing my leverage and risk, but I'm also reducing the potential loss if it does go against me. Okay, I'm going to take a little break. So, yeah. I'm back, and it's not looking good. I'm now negative, but that's just not moved at all. Only a little bit negative, like just back to where I entered, basically. Another great thing about live recording is you have literally feedback on your trading. Like I can look at all these videos and just see what I did and understand the mindset and actions behind it. Only mistakes today. I added to the DOW when I shouldn't have, at a point where I really should not have had. So that was probably 35 euros a loss. And then my trade CPI was a poor trade. And I'd say my trades here have been a little bit suspect. Like the last one I'm behind. I think there's good reasons for it. But the other one maybe not so much. So I think no matter what, I was going to be on the losing day just based on, you're just sometimes wrong. But I'm at least okay that I managed my loss with dignity, and it's yeah. And this will be my last trade of the day. It's like the desire and the feeling is just to trade. I want to trade. I want to win back the money. I want to make money. I want to make money. And it's such a strong impulse. It's so tempting to just be like, okay, I'm going to end the stream and go trade privately. But then that's me losing the game of trading right there. It's me not being able to have the discipline to just take a loss. Because then what's going to happen? I'm going to want to, I'm going to short the market now. And then the market's going to take me down to here. Maybe I'll be profitable, but then it's going to swing back up. Or it's been a trader range, and you just lose again and again and again because your idea of what's happening is just wrong. You just don't get it. So that is like the internal battle in my head right now. I know I really don't want to be stopped out. I really don't. It's going to suck. But how I react to that is the best thing. I would say me at my worst, I would just then double down against the other direction. I'd go short and then start adding lots or start adding to losing trades. And then be annoyed when you see that like 3 hours later the market agrees with you. But I think that the key thing that helps me is just knowing that the market will be there tomorrow and the day after and the day after that, and there'll be thousands of opportunities to buy and sell. They're not going to disappear. So it's just a case of I just come back another day. Today my loss will be 8% account, maybe 7%. It's quite a big loss, but yesterday I had plus 40% or something. It's just like if I just keep my loss to 100 euros today and then I make 300, 400 tomorrow, it doesn't matter. But that won't happen if I revenge trade. I'll end up losing 400 or 500 today, and then I'm just back to. And then tomorrow I got pressure on me to perform because I had such a big loss, and then you don't perform so well. It's just a vicious cycle, and one I know very well. And I'm talking like I'm going to lose. Like that's not decided yet. I've got a big stop loss. It's not come close to stop loss. It's not anywhere near the stop loss. I could make a killing today if it goes long. Admittedly, this doesn't look good. DOW does not look good now. This really looks like it's going to drop down to here. But if you just look at the NASDQ, it doesn't look like that either. The NASDQ looks like it's going to go up. It's had two big rejections of this line, two big rejections of this, and the rejections here are not so heavy. So you just got to think, like, the bulls are in charge here, but we just don't know. Like with the DOW, they're not always correlated. One can go up and one can go down. It can happen. But we've also got to keep in mind that the Dow is down. They're about in parity in terms of loss. They're both down about the same amount. They're just different points of the structure. So yeah. Another benefit of doing a live of your training is it forces you to pay attention to the screen, because I could play around on the other screen with watching something distracting or do some other work, but I can't really do it when I'm live because it would feel weird, and you're worried about what you're seeing on the screen and stuff. So yeah, it does force you to actually pay attention to what's going on in the market and the charts. Look at that. I was a bit unlucky to get stopped out on my short in the Dow, wasn't I? It was only just called out, not by much. If I swear down, if the Dow goes on a trailblaze down and it stops here and then reverses, I'm gonna then on in I'm gonna do a lot more Fibonacci trading, because it's just like unbelievable how accurate it is. But we'll see. Let's do Fibonacci on this. Yeah, it's been a 38% increase. Now, what you would normally do with Fibonacci is look on the bigger time frame. Interesting, isn't it? This line here is exactly on the Fibonacci. This one is always going to be 0%. We know that. So that's not anything special. But this is exactly on Fibonacci. This is an idea of where the market could go. To here, and then to here. I mean, it can go on forever, but this is an idea of where it could, you can expect some trading ranges and retracements and people taking profit. I just don't know how helpful it is. I think for day trading on the day, I think it's not helpful at all, honestly. I think for swing trading or for longer time frame trading, I think it's a very interesting way of finding entry points and profit points. Like this, for example, would look like a very nice entry point. Admittedly, it needs to be. This is really where you want to be looking at here. So yeah. We're in profit, but let's see. I am going to be adding to this position if it obviously breaks here and breaks here. I think if it gets here, it will get to here, kinda, most likely. I'm unsure on how I'm going to manage the position, but I'll figure that out when it happens, if it happens. So I think logically, if we break through here, I want to move stop loss below this 50-minute candle. So I am reducing my risk a little bit, not by a crazy amount because I've added to the leverage I'm in. Yeah, look at DOW, man. I mean, it's this DOW that took me out of a long position before in the NASDQ. I was like, nah, I ain't going long when the DOW's like this. But at some point, you just have to make a decision, or you just stop trading. So yeah. Good news is the market seems to agree with me for now. It seems to agree that the NASDAQ should go long. So on that note, I am moving my stop loss, my original position here. We expect sellers to come in here. That's normal. The good thing about this price action is it will be building a lot of liquidity. Okay, I'm going to move stop loss to the same for both. It's not super safe, but I mean, the safest place is around here because then you've got resistance, major resistance in your favor. Okay. I'm going to opt out of this last add-on. I think it's just at that point you just stay in the position. I wonder how many people right now are doing live trading on YouTube. I reckon there must be quite a lot, but a lot of them might just be using sim account or pretending to be real but on a sim account. So I don't think there'll be many people trading with real live money on YouTube right now. And it was kind of a good point. Probably the very, very best traders, they're not going to do live trading, are they? Why would they want to share how they work or add extra pressure to their job? So there's... it's just the reality, right? But there are very, very few profitable traders. Very, very few. Especially over the long term, like over the course of 10 years, 20 years. They're extremely rare individuals. There's plenty of people who are profitable for 1 year, 2 years, but 10, 20 years, it's incredible. There's a mental discipline to have, like just consistently not break your will and your rules and not get emotional about it. Incredible. Looks like I'm going to get stopped out. Be quite a hefty loss, but kind of. Bollocks. Shit. That's one loss. Yeah. Let's watch the DOW get to here. It's got to be very patient. I'm going to go buy order here, 42269. Just to see if I'm absolutely right or not. And I'll move a stop loss to 0 if I go like 20 points in profit. Yeah, I'm done with the NASDAQ. Don't worry, I'm definitely done. I'm even back in profit on the NASDAQ. Insane, right? Absolutely insane. I said it earlier, like these markets are just extremely treacherous right now. Like, my stop loss probably wasn't big enough. It was 45 points, and if we look at the ATR, I mean ATR is 35, so you can argue, but I mean you probably want an ATR of 20. How do I do that? There we go. Still, based on ATR, your stop losses actually wasn't so unreasonable. Yeah. Some days you just know what's going to happen. Like, I know it's going to go down to here, but not today. I'm going to delete these now. They're not helping. Bearish, bearish, less bearish, bearish. Is this a NASDAQ that's holding the line? As a general rule though, if a market's slightly more bullish, then it's better to be long in that than be long in the ones which don't look as bullish. It's because generally momentum continues. But here's the thing, free markets are looking very bearish, and NASDAQ is kind of just holding its own. That said, NASDAQ had a much bigger fall in pre-trading, so it's kind of doesn't. It's basically equal. It's just it had a bigger fall, bigger reaction to the news. Look at some fun. Let's just have some fun here. ATR bands. Probably useful for picking profit, but that's about it. Bollinger Bands, let's have a look. Problem with Bollinger Bands, it's all just after the fact stuff. It really is like, it looks amazing, but when you think about it, it's just, this is all the past. So it just doesn't matter. I mean, that's nearly all price action. All these fucking methodologies and stuff are just showing like the past. Things that, and the past doesn't dictate the future. It's a zigzag. I have no idea what zigzag is. There's so much stupid stuff, right? All of these have been made, well, first it is mathematics. They're doing mathematics behind this, but also a lot of it's just to get fame. So it's just been a long history of people selling courses and trading, and they'll make something that's unique to them, and then it gives them an edge in selling their how to trade stuff. Super trend, what is that? Okay, I stopped out. I've been stopped out, I think. Not yet, but it's going to happen, so... Yeah. Volume, super trend. I think volume has some, it can be a helpful indicator, but I'm not convinced. Okay, so that I'm just going to close NASDQ, so I'm not going to trade it anymore, and that leaves DOW. So I'm going to make an attempt at this one buy on the Fibonacci retracement, and then I'm done for the day. And again, I'm just gonna take this as a scalp or move date stop loss very quickly. So I had the losing day, my first day of live trading. So at least you know it's real. And not much to say really. It's didn't go very well for me. I was just wrong. Nothing more to say. But I'm proud that I kept the losses somewhat reasonable. And then just come back tomorrow. That's how it is. Like, don't have to go crazy tomorrow to see how it goes. I'm still up for the week by quite a lot. So I started Monday with 500 euros. The account's now worth 980 or something. 990. So it's okay. It's fine. And even if I was down for the week, it's just not in my control. Welcome to trading. Very tempting to short. Over 100 euros down for day, Matt. It's not a good day. Not a good day. 10% account. So if I make this trade, so I want to short the DOW, then that's me already breaking the rule. Damn, look at that. NASDQ again just totally screwed me today. Every single time. Wow. I was very unlucky there, guys. Like, that is so unlucky. It hit my stop loss and then it went up by 40 points nearly instantly. Incredible. I'm curious what's going to happen here. I mean, it's nearly certainly going to power through now. That's the thing. It just will. Fifth attempt at breaking through. Is it really going to get short of the gain now? Fifth time lucky. Glad I didn't go short. Just go show how hard live trading is. You make a rule and then you break it. Gonna go long. Some naughty guys done really bad, but just what I'm seeing here just makes me think, okay, I'm going long on DOW just because I know what our target should be with DOW. It's very, very clear. NASDQ, it's kind of clear, but not as clear. So. I hope no one saw what I've done, honestly. I promised I would stop and I didn't. It's just a real shame. But this is my education as much as anything else. Alright, well, don't do this at home. I'm gonna go along with those, though. God, I'm such a fucking crook. I'll put my hand up and just admit I'm an idiot, guys. Jesus. It's all live stream so people can see it and I can see it myself and just respect how foolish this trade was. Stop loss. It's in the wrong place. It should be lower, but I'm not going to change it. Go to stupid order. Now you can see I'm in pain. Like, now I'm not breathing properly. I'm being like compulsive. So it's kind of like the worst case for trading. Ah, it's so poor. So yeah, don't do this at home. I'm sure there will be a move in this market, but probably not now, it seems. It's just not in the first part of the day. And just waiting there, hoping for it to happen, just tires you out, and then you make stupid trades. And it's just like, why, man? Why? So I'm sure anyone who knows trading can see and feel the pain. Yeah. I'm out of DOW, so I'm just in this last position. That's a winner. Is this revenge trading? I think, if I'm totally honest, yeah. It is a bit. It's following rules. There's reasons behind it. It's not totally mindless, but would I be 3xing on NASDQ now had I not lost most of the trades, been on a losing day? Nearly certainly not. I think I would have probably just been chill, maybe added once, if that. So, yeah. It's going to be a very difficult trade, this, because the market's so volatile both ways. Dow is bearish. The whole market's generally quite bearish, so it's an extremely risky play. The only thing it can help is just the fact that there's liquidity gaps, and short covering can really make a day like this suddenly turn around. And we're also in a bull market, so there's some okay reasons to be in the position I'm in, but yeah, don't do this at home for sure. At the very least, this is honest trading because it's all live and it is being showed. So it is nothing but Honest trading. It's very tiring. It's very tiring to look at the screens. And what I guess I'm praying for is we get here and we get some liquidity boost up here. A little bit of drawback and then another liquidity boost. But what can also happen is we just get to here and then double top. And then a massive short. Could be incredible short selling up here. Just don't know. I guess the main hope is the liquidity gap of it getting to here might be enough, that because a lot of people would have got stop losses up here who've shorted the market. And the other issue is the other markets are not agreeing, but NASDQ is so big that it can do what it wants at times. So I'm not going to get too stuck up on other markets. I've seen it so many times where NASDAQ just tears on its own. It goes totally against all the other markets. It needs one stock like Nvidia to have a big push, and then like everything else will go up with it, regardless of what DOW does. Okay, now I need to think about stop losses in a very serious way, because it might be looking good now, but we know there's a pretty strong chance of being have a massive whip against me, and I think you just have to figure out what's a realistic place to put the stop loss. So I think, at what point do you just think the bulls are not right? I mean, probably here, honestly. This is like support. I might regret it, but I just also need to be a responsible trader, especially when I'm trading live. And part of that is limiting how much I can lose as well. I mean, this is exactly what we half expect. A lot of short sellers coming in here. We might not even get to a new high for the day. That might be it. That might be us done. And then we're going straight decline into hell. And hell is here. So yeah. But I took a swing with the bet, hoping for a breakout. And the jury is still out if I'm right or wrong, but it's not looking great. I'm tempted to end the stream, but on the promise that I'm not going to be... I mean, only thing that will happen is that I will close the position or I get stopped out. I will not be doing any new trades. Just for the reason that I kind of want to just get on with some of the projects right now. And I don't think staring at the screen is helping me. I've basically got my plan. I know when I'm going to aim to take profit around basically here or here, if it gets that far. So it's like a 50-point increase from now. Yeah, we'll give it 10 more minutes and then I'm going to go. And just focus on making some other projects. Like I've got a YouTube video to shoot, for example, about sleep. $50 isn't much when you think about it. That's not a huge movement. There's smaller than this, 77 to 35. That's 50 points. We've had at least 2, 3, 4, 5 50-point bars. So the idea of getting to here isn't crazy. It's just not. But it is unlikely. Or it's challenging. And the scary thing is, even if it does get to here, there's going to be some big whip backs, some big bear rallies, which could be 60, 70 points on their own. And this has been indicative of the market for a while now. Like, look at this bar here. 45, 50 points. This bar here, same thing. It's not been as many, but so maybe I'm exaggerating, but still. Dow's making new lows. It's not making new lows, but it's not. Dow is just looking cop shit. But and at this point, you're in the trade. It's like, yeah, there's just no point worrying about it. It's 0 point. We wait. We wait. Actually quite confident now about this position, but I guess it's because I'm in profit for now. It just seems like, yeah. I mean, there's no reason to be confident based on other markets. So this is just like, Dow is just not looking good, but don't know. 3 big bull bars in a row. Last one ended high for the day, high of the session. Nearly, it didn't. It obviously went up. No, it's high for the day easily. Like, NASDQ's up since the session started, big time. We just got to overtake the overnight daily trading zone. Curious to know how the DAX is, because the DAX was absolutely looking terrible earlier. Okay, it's been recovering. let it go for a moment. I will mute. Okay, well, I come back to being pretty heavily in profit, right? What do I do? I mean, I think we have to move stop loss to here now. We've got that liquidity gap breakage. Question is how much we hold on. Like, this is some tasty profit. I mean, it still puts us at loss for the day. That shouldn't be our focus though. It should really be, are we getting the maximum points that we can get? I mean, I said 300 as a minimum, really, as a target. This is going so fast that I actually don't like this. I'd rather it just did a slow push. This is actually more worrying for me. But let's see. I mean, this is the target for me. This is the target around here. This is a perfect place to short, isn't it? You couldn't make a better place to short, could you? Anyway, I think... Oh, what's a realistic profit target here? 350? Not realistic. What's a very ambitious target? So I understand. 20346. That's very ambitious, but I think it could be done. 1.5, 2.25. Let's just move everything to break even now. I think this is too greedy. Let's be less greedy. Let's go here. if I was willing to hang around for many hours until the end of the day and to trade the whole freaking day, I think that target is okay, but I honestly want to do some other work right now, and I don't want to ride my luck too long. The bears have been out all freaking day. To think that they're not going to come back is stupidity. So, yeah. Hang in there, Matt. Hang in there. Come on. I'm comfortable this going to zero if it has to. It's a bit unfortunate, but end of the day, if you really believe it's going to go to that point, you should stick with it. You don't just pull out. My trading strategy is very aggressive. It relies on these sort of moves, so I have to capitalize on them when they come. Do I add? That's the big question. Do I add? I think given how far away it's profit target, there's just no point. The benefit is just not worth it. It'd be for like $20. Part of me says, why not close part of it now, have part profit? I had the same with the FTSE earlier. I would have made zero had I not played close half, because the market is so volatile right now. But if you always close half when you get scared, then you'll never have the big wins, ever. So, yeah. I was extremely unlucky today in terms of I got stopped out here on my first buy. So I should have been, I had a buy here, which would have been nearly 100 points in profit now. So yeah. Come on, NASDQ. Come on. Push up. I need to emotionally prepare myself for it to not get there. And what happens if it goes to here? And that's just a case where I have to just say to myself, okay, you're done. You swung the bat, you hit, but then it got caught by field. So you did your best, but no. The market is very slow. Can't really expect it to move the way you want it to. These big bars are not likely to happen one after another. Coincidentally, even if I'd pull this off, I still think I'm down for the day. How depressing is that? Or maybe it just shows how badly I traded. That even a big move and position like this is just breaking me even barely. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's just see what the market does. Like, you've got an idea where the price is going to go. Breaking through liquidity. It hasn't exactly had a violent reaction to it, which is positive. But we could end up in a trading range for a while, and my stop loss is not particularly safe. 50 points. So yeah. If I was trading really well, I should really hang on to this position. Like, this is a big move. It's surely got more legs in it, but I'm tired. And it's so big at this point that it's just silly to end up losing all that. That's the thing. If DOW can break its point, then oof, the potential for NASDQ is huge. Do I move my profit take or not? Originally had it here, right? I've moved it for now, but I can always close manually. I just think if DOW breaks here, DOW will fucking shoot up to here. It will just get to here, which means NASDQ will probably go way beyond here too. But I might be over optimistic. Well, I was supposed to leave, right? But here we are. Need 3 hours of fucking trading. Jesus. Very, very tiring. So it's like 6 hours to the day. So a random thought came in my head about crypto. That crypto is different to stocks because it's on like 1,000 different exchanges. So how do they have a centralized price? I guess the answer is they don't. You can literally, like, if depending on which exchange you're on, the price is going to be a little bit different. There must be so much arbitrage opportunity in crypto. I bet there's some people making a fortune with arbitrage, but I know these things over time get less and less because so many people do it, then the arbitrage disappears. But it must still exist. I mean, it still exists in trading to an extent with stocks and shares, but not as much. If it's all on one centralized exchange. It's all or nothing really on this. Like if DOW somehow rejects the tops of the day, then I'm going to be a little bit worried, but All right, ladies and gents, I'm closing 1/3 here, which means this needs to be changed. Okay. I mean, if it goes to here, then I basically lost out on 30, 40 euros profit. But at some point, you just got to do what's best for the account, right? It's, yeah, been a terrible day. That's the best thing that's happened today. And that only really just wiped out some of the losses. But this is irrelevant. Like, the market gives what it gives. And this is largely based at NASDQ's a key resistance point. This is not a bad place to short. And same with DOW. DOW's at the top of the range. So if it could just turn into a massive bear reversal. I think most likely not. I think we will have new highs both in the NASDAQ and the DOW, but we just don't know for sure. So it's just a level of uncertainty where I just feel it's an okay time to take profit. I'm listening to Malta Martin. Oh, maybe not. Now it's Alex Dav. I don't know who that is. You know, I should just listen to my own music channel. Here we go. I think now's a good time to end the stream. I'm at break even minimum. In fact, a slight profit if everything goes to shit. I got a profit take. Oh, I guess we could just wait slightly for the breakout of the Dow because this would be a catalyst. I think if we see Dow break here, it's nearly certainly going to get to here. It'd just be such a strong likelihood of happening, just due to how it works with all-time highs. when the market thinks it's going to get all-time high, it goes that way. It's just pure psychology. So it's amazing thinking this, like, the price might seem very expensive now, but maybe in 10 years' time, I watch this video and be like, Christ, like the Dow was once 42,504. Now it's like 60,000. It's just like... This is the craziness of the stock market, right? No, NASDQ, come on. The Dow's going up now. Okay, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going off. I'm not making any more trades. I'll update in the morning exactly what happens. So if anyone is watching this, which I severely doubt, much love. Take care. Ciao, ciao.